So, hey everybody, it's Erin Reed from Erin Remakes, and welcome to my Card Making Wednesdays. Today we're going to do a fun card that's all a little Peekaboo fun fold circle card. I haven't quite decided what to call this thing because it is just so cool. Sorry, my dog just hit my camera. Yay, everybody can hear me. Sorry, mic just happened. We're doing a redo. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's learn how to make this fun fold circle Peekaboo card. I think that's going to be the name for it. All right, here we go. Did you guys see my new intro? It was so fun. I've been playing around with my logo. I've switched up my logo, if you guys can see in the top right-hand corner. A little bit of fun, a little cleaner, a little more stylish looking. So I host a Card Making Wednesday a Card Making Wednesday. That's what we're in now. I host a card swap that I do about 3 times a year. And in this latest card swap that I've been doing is I got this amazing card, and this is from Robin Rollins. I wrote her name on the back. And I just thought it was the cutest thing. So I'm recreating it with you today using the super cute designs from TLC Designs. So I've used one of the circle dies, which is actually on another piece of paper. So I'll show that to you in a minute. And then also one of the super cute alicorn stamp sets. And so we're going to show you how to put the whole thing together. But I just want to show you how this card works. So look, it opens and then it opens. Ta-da! Look how cool that is. Now, Robin did hers on green cardstock and embossed the top and added a really pretty ribbon. Of course, I've done my own little tweak to it, and she's popped it up, and she also put the circle at the top on the right-hand side. I've put my circle in the center, and I have done just a pattern paper. I've done it on white cardstock. I didn't do the embossing, but we're going to do a little something different for this little section right here. I'm going to show you how easy that is. And I didn't do the pop-up, but you totally could. And then open it up. And then we're going to add our stamp here inside. So it's just a super easy, but it's such a cool card. So let's break it down. Let's go back to the basics, right? Okay, so the first thing that you need, sheet of paper. So this size, and I will have the dimensions of where to score, and also for the size of this, as soon as I'm done doing the live, I will come back and I will show you all that. So, and I will write it down in the information section. So this is 10.5, and this is 4 1/4. And this can fit into an A2 size envelope. Just want to make you guys aware of that. So once you have the length of your card, I use my paper trimmer as my scoring tool, and a little scoring action here. I'm going to actually write it a little bit differently. I have it written down. There's 2 ways to look at it. I'm just going to put the sticky note here right now so you guys can see this. So 4 1/4 by 10.5. This is my scribbly scrabbly writing, so you guys get to see my scribble scrabbles. And you're going to score at 4 1/4 and 8.5. Or, as I find it easier just to do it this way. I'm going to score at 2 inches on one end, which, actually, let's do it this way. I'm going to score at 4 1/4 on one end, mostly because I don't want to have to pull my arm out. It makes it easier for me. If you were going to follow the first of the instructions, which is what's going to be down in the information section, move this all the way down and score at the 8.5 mark. I'm not doing that. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to score it on the 2-inch mark, which is the same as the 8.5 if you were going to measure it out. I just don't want to pull out my arm and have to remeasure. It's that, me being lazy. All right, so there we go, right? So now I've got 2 score marks. Don't worry, I'll put that down in the information section. 2 score marks. You can see one right here. Well, there's one right here at, flip this way so you guys can see it. 4 1/4 and then 8.5, or this is the 2-inch mark from the other end. It just, it's like tomato. I'm going to score all of this. There we go. Make sure I actually fold it on the right thing. And hey, everybody who's gotten on, I am also live on TLC Designs today, so yay! And we've got Julia and Dawn and Trish and Tammy and Danielle. Hello, everybody who's gotten on. Okay, so here is the base of our card. So just to show you again, here is our card, right? So here's where it kind of lines up. So you can really see we have the bottom section, middle section, and these are the same size, and then we have this top flap. So this piece comes over, and then this piece comes down. So there you go. This could be a super cute card all in itself. Let me make sure I got my folds correctly. I'm a little off on my folding. I think I folded it funny when I came out. Wasn't paying attention. So fold, and then here we go. So just double check your folds before you start doing any of your cutting here. And then you open this up. So this would be a really, really cute card just within itself. You could have it up and up, And you could have like a little thing here and you could tie it down. I mean, this is just a really sweet little card all on its own. Yay. Okay, but we're going to make the little fun peekaboo part. The little peekaboo part that's going to come in here. So just to save some time, so you guys don't see me doing lots of die cuts and die cuts and die cuts, here is my super fancy speed up. You remember like in a, like in the chef shows, like, and we're going to chop everything, and all of a sudden they have the big bowl and it's like, and it's done being chopped. That's what I just did. It's the crafty version of that, right? So, oh, I meant to have this here. So all I've done is I've cut off a piece of this really pretty fun pink paper because it went really, really cute with the alicorn. And I just matted it down. So this section right here was 4 1/4 by about a little over, you know, we measured this to 2 inches. So I went 1 3/4 by 4 inches. And then I put that down. And then I started placing my circle. Now this circle right here has come from the die set right here. So it came in this die set, and there was a smaller circle that was set inside of this happy dragonfly circle. I thought it was the perfect size circle for this. It also has some really, really cool, so this is the circle that ends up getting cut out. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got like this double edge stitching that's all around it. It's really, really pretty. And you don't really end up seeing it on here, but it was the perfect size circle. So I was like, I'm done. I can go with that. And then I can always use this for something else. So all I did is I decided I want to put this in the center. You can go left, you can go right. Keep in mind, this is like the front of your card right here, right? And then place this down. You can see your seam right here and then go, okay, where exactly do I want to put this? You know, I want to kind of halfway it right in there and make sure that you're not cutting too close to the edge. And then I cut it out. And then washi tape, and then this piece is done. So here's the die right there. See how it's got that double circle? So you can really see that. I could totally put this somewhere else in the card, but I'm not going to for today. But now I've got this perfect little edge right here, and it's like matted. So make sure you stick your paper down first. I did not do that for this card, so I put the kind of fun little sparkles on the bottom, but it looks a little plain, I think. She did an amazing job, Robin, if I can find her card, because she did hers in a color. So you could always go with a pattern paper. You could do a reverse pattern. So when you open up the pattern paper, if you want to reverse it and see it, she embossed her top section. So many fun ways to do that. Now the main part of your card is really pretty much done. So here's the bottom, here's the top, and there it goes. Now I'm going to make sure that these little pieces don't come up. So I'm just going to really stick these down. Whatever tape you like, I like using my Xyron. It's just easy. I just didn't get all the way in that corner. There we go. So now that little section is fully covered. For the bottom part here, I've cut out some more of that dot circle paper. So I'm going to put that down right here. So I just went down by 1/4 inch. Oh no. Okay. Get out the next paper runner. There's a reason why I have backups, because when you're live, you can't. Now, if I was really cool, I would go through and I would make sure that all my circles would line up. You know what? I'm cool with that. It's just this kind of front piece right here, right? So now you can see that. So now we're going to build the circle that goes in the center. And you guys know me. I've already pre-cut everything. So I just have a whole bunch of nested circles from actually like 4 or 5 different brands. And I just played around with the sizes. I actually used one of those and one of those. So truly different brands, because I wanted to find the perfect circle that fit with the nice big circle that came from TLC Designs. So I found this just pink cardstock. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to have this be a little bit closed. And then I found another nested circle. You could totally get away with just a singular circle. You could get away, you can do 2 circles. I liked the fact that she had 2 circles, if I can find her card again. I like the fact that she had 2 circles in her cards. And I truly don't even know where she got this idea. There's so many amazing fun folds. I did not invent this. I don't think she invented this. Maybe, maybe not. Props to you, Robin, for sending me the card. That's part of the card swaps, is getting all the fun ideas. So I'm going to start building my circle now. So I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to build this out. And then I decided I wanted to put the cutie little alicorn. And it's a cute little alicorn. I just got to cut this little guy out. I haven't done that yet. I try to get everything done. And this was the one thing I was like, you know what? I'm just going to chit chat. So there's also inevitably, and I've realized, and I'm so sorry if I've done this to anybody, there's always questions at the end and I say goodbye too fast. And there's a question that I have not answered. So at the end of this video, I'm going to leave it open. we're going to have a little Q&A. If you have any questions or comments, or you just want to chat with me for a little bit, I'll be on for a little bit after the card tutorial is officially over. I'm just cutting this out. So make sure if you want to ask questions, if you have any concerns, anything that you're curious about, you know, card making wise, I'm not going to divulge like my personal deep, darkest secrets in the world, but I'm happy to chit chat with you guys if you'd like. So I'll leave it open for a Q&A at the very end of the video if you're so inclined and you have any questions. So I have fussy cut this out, and then now I'm going to put that on there. You know what? For this one, let's go ahead and pop it up. Why not? I think I got a pop dot around here somewhere. Yay, pop dots. So we're just going to add a couple little cutie pop dots. I love this alicorn set. It is so stinking cute. It is so adorable. You can find the alicorn set, and I use this guy right here. It's actually, it's somewhere on my desk. It's probably stuck to my stamp, but there it is. So I will have to hunt it down. It's somewhere. Hopefully it didn't fall. Oh, crud. Usually I'm really good about putting it back on the stamp block. I forgot to do that this time. Oops. That's one of my oopsies for today, right? Okay, so I'm just using some leftover pop bits because I don't need to do the whole thing, just to pop it up. You're changing it up. There's nothing wrong. There's no reason why you have to keep your card exactly the same each time. So now I got my little circle piece. And keep in mind, you don't have to do a circle for this. You could make this an oval. You could make this a rectangle. You could make it a star. You could have so much fun with this particular shape right here. You can have a blast with it. All right, so now we're going to place this. And I like leaving my card closed whenever I'm putting this element on, so I can see how it fits. And then I just double check. Yep, plenty of room. Plenty of room. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right in here, all the way to the edge. And then pop that little circle on there. See how easy this is? Look at that. It's so much fun. And then you open that up, and then the card opens this way. And oh my gosh, it's so stinking easy. So I just cut out some more of, I actually should have made that a little bit taller, but it's okay. I'm going to make it whatever size you want. You could even go through and if you guys remember, I put the paper down here before I cut the circle. If you want the inside of your card to have some design too, put your paper down first in here before you put the circle. Those are just some tips. If you want to have it match perfectly so you're not die cutting twice. So just put all the papers, stick them down too. Don't loose them, fit them. Actually glue them down before you put your circle on there. I wanted mine plain inside. Oops, my little card goes this way, but I'm opening it up. This is where somebody could write their sentiment. You could also just do a panel here. On this card, she has decided to do a white insert because she had a color, and then just a little stamp. So I'm going to find a cool stamp. I think I like flying by, whatever this one says. Flying by a friend like you is my favorite thing to do. That one's cute. I like that little sentiment. And this is a great spot to put in like a big sentiment. So we're going to stick this guy on, get out my stamp block. Another one that's not being used. I think I need to clean my stamp blocks. What do you guys think? They're getting pretty yuck. And I'm going to stamp on the smoother side of this cardstock versus the textured side. I think it just gives a little bit of a better stamp. It doesn't get so warpy looking. Here's hoping that I don't screw up my stamp because I'm not using a stamp positioner. I'm just freehanding the sucker. I'm using my Close to My Heart inks. I love them because it's got like this magnetic. Haha, it's so fun. And I'm going to do it right smack in the middle. Please don't screw up. Please don't screw up. You guys ever do like the pray to the gods when you do your stamping? Ha-ha! Yay! You're doing like and don't mess up. And then we're going to place this down right here. Boom. And there it is. Look how easy that is. It is so simple. So I love this. Flying by. This was hers. I didn't put anything in my other one, which is now hiding somewhere on my desk. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. I haven't put anything in this one yet, but I'm going to go back and add something. You could do like happy birthday. So that the key focus of this particular card is this little image right here. If you did this plain cardstock, for whatever reason, if you want to do this plain cardstock, you could add another sentiment down here at the bottom. There is so many fun things you could do. She added a really fun pattern paper here that had ice cream cones, and she had one that said birthday wishes because that was our theme. Now, here's another thing. If you're noticing, mine are kind of sticking up and they're not laying flat, but hers is laying nice and flat. It's because the longer you leave it kind of in this folded section, in this folded piece, like if you let that sit and rest for a little while, or you put a whole bunch of the cards together, like she had hers and the envelope being mailed to me. So they were all in this position. The paper is going to remember the fold, right? So you got to remember the fold part. It's going to kind of remember and kind of keep its memory. These don't have a memory yet. The memory is of being open, so it wants to stay open. So the longer that you kind of keep it down and put just a little bit of some pressure on it, or keep them in a baggie all closed, they'll stay flatter like this one. So just as a heads up. But aren't they adorable? They're so much fun. And if for any reason, let's flip this little guy around. If for any reason you guys missed the beginning of the video, it'll be broadcast as soon as we're done. You can't go back and watch it yet if you're watching me live, but as soon as this is done, the replay will be available and you guys can watch how to make that. So any questions? I always like say goodbye real fast, but now I'm just curious if you guys have any questions. This is our Q&A time. I just love my little alicorn. It's so adorable. It is the easiest fun fold. It looks so complicated, but it's super, super simple. And if you guys see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at comments. So truly, thank you guys so much for coming on. I truly appreciate it. Just a few shout outs. We got Sheila and Debbie and Chris and Mary and Julia and MJ and Trish, Danielle, Dawn. Hey, everybody. If I missed somebody, I'm so, so sorry. I'm just scrolling back to see if anybody had a question. I just saw a couple of, hey, how are yous? And there will be, what are the dimensions of the circle you use that fits the alicorn? So I'd have to measure it. So the outside circle here, well, you guys can't see because I'm pointing down somewhere else. So this outside circle is the die that comes from, and I see TLC's designs on, so maybe she can answer this, but I can measure it real fast too. It's the one that comes from the Happy Dragonfly. I thought it fit perfectly. I'm gonna get the washi tape off of there. There we go. You could also do one that had a cool pattern. So if I did it in this piece, it would have the scallop. I thought it was just a little bit too big. So it was this one. And you know, I have my tape measure right here. Not my tape measure. So the outside circle, just for, and I'll do the inside circle, I'll show you as well. It's like 2 7/8. That's the diameter of this one. The inside circle, which is that light pink one right here, I found another die, and that's like 2.5. So this one, this light pink is 2.5, and it pretty well fits almost, I mean, a little bit of it, but I could drop that unicorn down just a tiny, tiny bit, or I could cut into it just a tiny, tiny bit more, and it would work really well. So yeah, what did I say, 2.5? Man, talk about like not having a brain that, yeah, 2.5. This is a 2.5-inch circle. So good question. 2.5-inch circle. I could have, and you could have it kind of coming off. I mean, as you can tell, the amount of space around in the here, there would have room for you to go outside of your circle if you wanted to, but you know, you can also stay within your circle. I could also done my circle a little bit bigger, but you do want to leave a little bit of a separation of space to allow the card to open and close without getting caught on anything. So just double check before you glue everything down that you have enough room for that. Good question. Any other questions? Any other concerns? Anything else before I close off? Again, there's always questions that people have, and I hate to cut people off. So just here if you got me, and if not, just as a heads up, we have another fun Erin Makes With episode this Saturday. I've got Eileen Hull coming. Yay! So we're going to be talking about her new, well, it's her folio journal, but she's got some new bits and bobs that are being released in a couple of days. So she's coming on the show to show some brand new releases on her folio journal, which we'll be talking and chatting and creating and crafting, and there'll be some fun giveaways. Yay! A size envelope. So size envelope, this fits an A2 size envelope. So it's good to go on that. If you wanted to make the card bigger, so if you wanted to make it to fit like a 5x7 card, you would just measure to be wider. So the width of this would be 5 or 7, depending on how you wanted to open it. So you could have the card open this way. I mean, that's kind of a fun way to do it. You don't have to have your card open vertically like I did. You could have the card face this direction and then open. So there's so many fun ways to kind of twist this card around. Lots of fun. But this card with these dimensions is an A2 size card, especially with that little extra circle at the top. That's why you need the A2 size card. So fits nicely. All right. So I think that's it. I don't see any more questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm also over on TLC Designs Facebook. So if you're over there, love you to come and check out my stuff. And if you're watching from Erin Reed Makes, go over and check out TLC Designs. They have some super, super cute dies and stamps, and also digi products that you can check out. And all the supplies and links for on my 2 channels, they're all listed down below. So you can check those out on my YouTube and my Facebook. And don't forget to, I think I said like and subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. And don't forget to get out there and just create. Bye, everybody.